What is going on? What is going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm early. Oh, let's go. I think this is so appropriate. Well, I hope it's appropriate. I don't know what's going on. Can you guys see that? I'm not sure what's going on with what's going on this morning, but what's going on anyway? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Tuesday. I'm here. Yeah, I had to go to work yesterday, but I told you I'll be back Tuesday. How's everyone doing? I hope all is doing well. Thanks for joining me this morning. Please don't forget to hit that like button. And if you like the commentary and you want to share it out, share it out. But I thought I would, I said I was going to try to be a little more consistent. So I'm in my robe. I'm drinking my cold coffee and I'm doing just well. And I hope you are too. Diva should be getting in here in a minute. Diva, get on in here. But anywho, I want to continue on the story about Shanquella. And I don't know if y'all seen the other brother. Now, this is a brother. Houston, we got problems. I say, Houston, we got problems. A lot of stuff is taking place in Houston. I wonder what's really going on. Thank you, Diva. Thank you. Now, this brother, I don't know if y'all seen him, but if you even know about him, but that's Delano Burks. He is missing from Houston. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. They're still looking for him. It's been since November the 13th. Check this out. He was with friends, and now he's missing. So what is going on with all these friends? Are they setting people up? Are they really friends? I don't believe they're friends. We're going to talk a little bit about Shanquella because I think that people are hijacking her spotlight for justice, because so many things are being talked about. Narratives are being spun. You got negative narratives being spun. You got other people hijacking what's really going on. And we will never get justice for her if we don't stick together. And that's the problem. We don't stick together. We'll start something, but then we won't follow through with it. And that's in this Shanquella case. Now, do I believe something's going down? I do. I think the United States government has put the pressure on Mexico. So Mexico in return will have to act. Again, I don't ever remember, that little hair is going to drive me crazy. I don't ever remember them deeming this a homicide. And that's what we need Mexico to do, is deem this as a homicide so they can thoroughly investigate it as a homicide. Now, how those people left Mexico, I don't know. The FBI is involved. I want to let the FBI do their jobs. Now, I know we all take to our platforms and try to shed light on this situation. However, the investigation could get lost somewhat. Our perception of it could get lost because so much other stuff is going on, y'all. It's not about some things that people are making it about. They hijacking justice for this girl by making it about them. Now, I don't know what happened with this transgender thing, T.S. Masson. You guys, I just shut it down. I didn't want to listen because I really want to focus on getting justice for this young lady. So I didn't want a lot of that negative stuff to get into my system, into my mind. So I didn't really listen too much of what happened, but I know people took to their platforms and I guess they was having dialogue about trans versus cis women. They call them cis. I'm a woman. I was born a woman. I'm just a full-fledged woman. That's me. I don't go by all those other names, and I'm not offended by them because it's not me. It's not what you call me, is what I answer to. I'm a full-fledged woman. So I think this is getting hijacked some kind of way. We need to stay focused. Now, I know Miss O was doing something over there, and she tagged me in it. I don't mind as long as something positive and we moving forward and trying to get justice for this family. I'm all for it. However, I think she canceled it because she may have gotten something negative back from it. Don't let people rob you of what you want to do. If you want to do that and you hashtagged people who don't want to be a part of it, don't cancel the whole thing because perhaps it was a lot of people for it than against it. Okay? So continue on with what you're doing. I don't get on platforms. Y'all know that. I feel very awkward when I get on platforms. I come over here on my channel and do my thing. You know, but if it was a petition, they have a petition out there that they want you to sign, I would sign that. As far as me getting on platforms, having dialogue, I just don't fit in like that. I know my place. Oh, this little hair is going to kill me. I don't know. I just threw my hair up in the clip. So I wouldn't do that, but I will participate in other aspects, but not getting on anyone's platform. So my advice to you, sis, is to continue. Please don't get distracted. We're trying to get justice for this young lady, and the more voices, the more powerful we are, the more we speak about it. So don't let it get hijacked. But anywho, I think they have narratives spinning that this girl may have had a video of some sort holding a secret about her best friend Khalil and this other gentleman having relationships. I don't know. We will never know because she's not here to tell her side of the story. So we can say anything. And that's what I don't want to do. Hold on, this little hair gonna kill me. I don't want to get on here and just start talking about anything. If I don't know, I don't know. And I don't know exactly what caused them to do what they did. I just know she was set up. That's my perspective. She was set up. Why? I don't know. If she had a video of them and was going to expose them, I don't know. Was she part in, did she play a part in someone else getting unalived? You know, I don't know. I don't care about that. I just want these people to be brought to justice for what they did. I don't give a shit what she did. She didn't deserve to get unalived. Okay? And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going into all that other stuff. You know, I'm not having debates about a real woman, a fake woman, or this woman, or that one. I don't really care about that. I care about getting justice for Shanquella. Let me run this clip, though, because I really want to focus on, hey, Red Afro. Hey, baby, how are you? Thanks for joining. I want us to stay focused on missing, murdered, and exploited African-American people. I care about all people, but when I talk mainly, I stay focused on my community. I am a Black woman, so I focus on my matters, my issues, and that's why. But this one struck me strange again. So let's take a look at this clip, and I think I cued it right. Let's take a look at this clip. This is Delano Burks from Houston. Houston got a lot going on.
New leads are coming in to help family and friend 26-year-old Delano Burks. Burks has been missing since Sunday morning after bar hopping in the Heights with friends. His mother spoke to ABC 13's Derek Lewis about their efforts so far and what she believes happened. He joins us live with the latest tonight. Derek?
Yeah, Tom, Karen Jeffley says she is not going to stop until she finds her son. She has been out with dozens of people for days trying to find Delano Burks. Tonight, she shared a video with me that she has been watching several times, trying to piece together exactly what happened the night her son disappeared. As flyers go up of Delano Burks, his mother, Karen Jeffley, is hoping it catches the right person's attention. They've been trying to find him since Sunday morning. Friends last saw him around 12:30 after bar hopping in the Heights. This new video shows Burks crossing the street shortly after leaving McIntyre's bar near West 19th Street. Jeffley has seen a few videos of him from that night.
Scary. I mean, I definitely wasn't in his right mind.
She believes her son, who is 5'10" and about 200 pounds, was drunk and possibly drugged that night. Investigators have not been able to confirm that. However, his mother says this behavior is strange. He left his car behind that night. Now, the family is trying to find his cell phone.
We're spending a lot of time trying to get approval to get that ping. They don't want to ping it unless it's a crime or a life and death situation. They don't consider it that.
Jeff Lee says several people have called her with leads.
To get a phone call today and say that somebody thinks that they saw him downtown is great.
Texas EchoSearch says those leads can really make a difference.
They're extremely important. Over the 20 years, hundreds of people have been located because the public has saw our flyer, saw a news report, called in a lead, and we're able to track down the missing person.
Mark Elworth is working with Burkes' family. They plan to continue searching again Sunday. While he doesn't know exactly what happened to Burkes, he tells me sometimes people disappear if they are emotionally distressed.
Quite often, they just take off walking, and they're capable of walking long distances each day. And we find them like that, alive and well, and bring them back and get them. They get the medical need that they need. And I'm hoping that this is the case with Delano.
Jeff Lee, who never thought she would be in this situation, says friends hanging out must stick together.
Don't ever leave your friend or your loved one at a bar, especially when you know that they've been drinking too much. Do not do that.
In Houston, I'm Derek Lewis, ABC 30.
Now, I have so many questions. They say he went out with his friends. Quote, friends. Friends. Were they friends to even leave him if they knew he was intoxicated? Clearly, he appears to me that he was intoxicated. Someone could have put something in his drink. Be very careful when we go out and drink. If you do, and you walk away to use the restroom, to do whatever, make sure your drink is guarded, or don't come back to the drink. Just toss the drink. Take the drink with you, but do not leave your drinks. Now, it appeared that that gentleman was staggering, but my question is, why was he running? And what was he running from? They can't find his car. That's strange, too. I know that earlier, in one of the articles or the news clippings that I heard, that they had took his car. His friends was driving his car. Now, Miss Jeff Lee's never said that they got the car. They recovered the car. So I don't know. Why do it have to be death, life or death, for you to ping a phone when someone is missing? Why can't you just ping the phone and tell where the last ping came from? Why would this young man be so stressed? I don't know his family situation, but I did see a video clip, a news clip of his wife, and she seemed to be, of course, she's distraught now that this is happening, but she spoke so highly of her husband. So it didn't appear to me that they would be having problems, but then again, I don't know. But why was that young man running when he left that bar? I think he had used the restroom. Why was he running? Why didn't he go back to his car? See, that's where that friend shit coming at. Was his friends after him? Did something take place? Why all of a sudden he was running and now no one knows where he's at? Supposedly he's 5'9", a buff, nice looking guy, very handsome fella, buff, family man, loving husband, loving father, loving son, and he just disappears and no one knows where he's at now. And that's in Houston. So much stuff is going on in Houston. It sounds to me like people need to be afraid, really. I know we shouldn't walk in fear, but to be in Houston at a time like this, because Houston is really hot. Now, I don't know in that demographic area if it's hot, but they say Houston is hot. Yeah, he went bar hopping, but now, and he leaves intoxicated to drive home. Friends don't let friends drive drunk. But again, too, if they were concerned about him, why didn't they go after him? See, it's missing parts of the story. We'll never get it all. But did the friends pursue him? And how would he be able to get away from them if they driving and he's running, staggering? He's much slower if he's intoxicated running versus them in the car. and you have friends, brothers who probably about his height, his size, I don't know, that could run after him. Something don't seem right. So now, is this another Shanquella case? Not in reference to being unalive. We don't know if he's living or unalive. We don't know. They're still searching for him. This happened November the 13th. We are now at what? November the 22nd, and still no leads. The mother did say that people have called her. They said they're getting tips. Now they have EquiSearch on the case. So hopefully they'll find him. But it's so strange that he went out with friends. They was driving his vehicle. No, if I'm not mistaken, Regina, they said one of the friends was driving his vehicle because he was intoxicated. I think I heard that on one of another news clip. So why didn't they pursue him in the vehicle? How would he have gotten away from them? Wouldn't they have noticed him coming out of the bathroom, staggering, going in a different direction than the car, and pursued him? That's why I think this is kind of flaky too. But a lot of reports been coming out on national news from Houston, Texas. Yeah, Houston, Texas got problems, big problems. And I don't know if this takeoff situation make it worse or just highlight Houston. I have a subscriber in here, and she's from Houston. And she was talking to me. She was on a platform the other day, Kimberly, telling us a little bit, how Houston get down. So they say Houston HPD is not that good, that they just don't care about some things that's happening. But I hope they find this brother. I don't know if y'all heard this story. Of course, as always, if you hear anything, anything, contact the HPD. I didn't put that in my link, but I will after this. I'll go back and get a number. However, it's just strange. This brother just disappeared again, bar hopping out with his friends. It make you just question all these friends, and they all are in the same age group. It's not our group. It's not my group. Like in the 60s, the 50s, is that younger generation and their friendship. Do they know what friendship is? Are they valuing friendship? Are they true friends? Because back to Shanquella, they say that Khalil was not really a true friend of hers because he set her up. Again, we'll never know the truth because these people aren't here to tell it. She's not here to tell us exactly what happened. People are just spinning narratives. They are just guessing. They just putting something out there. We really don't know what took place with her. And perhaps these people will start unraveling and tell. They'll get scared and start telling the truth. Well, Texas, period. Yeah, that's everywhere. Crime is just on the rise everywhere. You just need to be careful. And like I said, it's not so much our age group. But I do recall, like I told you, my mom getting alcohol poison. Somebody put something in her drink. And no, she wasn't in her 20s or nothing. However, it's happening to younger generations that they're disappearing more. They're coming up more unalive. And their friendships are not real friendships. I don't know how they create their friendships. I know how I create my friendship, a true friendship. And for me, Diva would tell you, I don't have a lot of friends. I just don't. I've never been one to have a lot of friends. In fact, coming up, my only good friend was a male, my friend. Unfortunately, he's no longer with me, but that was my true friend. And I know he was a ride or die. And my friend now, my real friend, I may have 3 of them. I just don't do friends. I've never been that type. But so now we need to focus on getting justice for Shanquella. Stop listening to all these narratives being spun. I wish people would stop being selfish and just viewing this situation, as a click and a view so they can make money and make views. I get that. I get that's what it's about when you come on YouTube. Unfortunately, when we become selfish like that, we lose because now all these narratives are being spun. And are we still focused on seeking justice for Shanquella? and finding out what happened to this gentleman who just disappeared out of Houston. I wish we would focus more on that, but it's so easy for us to get distracted, and people purposely plant things on us. Well, people purposely plant things in our heads so we can get distracted, and we are easily distracted. It is what it is. Today, Shanquella is happening. Tomorrow to be somebody else. They'll forget all about justice for Shanquella and focus on something else. So people throw distractions in the front of us so we cannot focus on what's important. It's very important that we get justice for this young lady, because if we allow this to get away from us and no justice is found, then what happens? More cases will come up. That's just how it goes when you don't pay attention. We need to really pay attention and try to get justice for this young lady. So I'm trying not to go to all these different platforms and listen to all these narratives. And someone put in my comment, let me see. I don't know if I didn't interpret this right, but they said Mz.T, and they didn't say Mz.T. They just said it doesn't matter what she did in life. She still didn't deserve to be unalive. Now, listen, let me tell you something. I never pass judgment. I try not to. I don't care what she was. If that's what they were talking about, and if they thought that I was judging her, no. Or perhaps they was talking about the other story I did with Cornisha. When I said, when I looked at her with her Facebook, it looks to me, it appeared to me that she was doing more than just being an esthetician by her photos. But that's just me. Maybe perhaps I mixed it up and that's what they talking about. It doesn't matter what she did in her life. She don't deserve to be unalived. Maybe that's the story they was talking about, but just put it under the Shanquella story. But no, I don't pass judgment. I don't care what you do. No one deserves to unalive you. I don't care what lifestyle you live. No one deserves to unalive you. You get it? So if you thought that I was passing judgment, I humbly apologize. I didn't mean for it to come out like that. What I was saying, though, if I recall right, is that when the law see that you live a certain lifestyle, they don't pursue homicides and different things because they don't care. Because in their mind, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You live that lifestyle, that's the chance you take. And that's probably what I wanted to convey and didn't do it clearly. So let's clear that up, okay? I don't pass judgment. You know, that's somebody's mother. That lady had 3 or 4 children. That's somebody's daughter. That's somebody's sister, somebody's aunt, someone's someone's loved one, you know? So it doesn't matter what lifestyle she led or what we assume to be her lifestyle, because just photos, I was saying. I don't know what she was into. Okay, let me clear that up. I don't want you to ever think that I went there, though. Whoever wrote that comment, I can't remember, but it's under one of my videos. In my opinion, people use the word friend too freely. A lot of people seem desperate for friends that they ignore red flags. These living times since the pandemic are very interesting to me. You know what? They do use friends loosely. And I don't say I have a lot of friends. I told you, they do use it, and especially the younger generation. You know, I told you I have talked with my granddaughters and even my sons about the company they keep. Watch who's around you. You know, they may appear to be a friend, but actually they're an enemy. You know, and they were saying Shanquella had the bag. They said so they was using her for her money. And Khalil allegedly was using her for her money as well. They did say, now I never saw receipts. If any of you guys saw receipts, drop down and let me know, or let me know of them spending any money. Receipts, you know. So I don't know, but they claim they spent her money. They spent 10 bands. I don't know what they could have spent 10 bands. Do that include them their airfare plus other stuff they may have purchased? I don't know if they took 10 bands from her, but all I do know that there's a narrative going around that Khalil and that other gentleman, Nazir, may have had relations, and she knew about it. But how would she be able to tape it unless they asked her to tape it? Or did she catch them in the act? See, it's just so much your mind could just start wandering that I really don't even care about that. All I care about is getting justice for that young lady. That's all. Yeah. So we just need to watch out, for people when we go out. Everybody is not our friend. Everybody is not working in our best interest. So be careful when you go out. If you have a drink, cover your drink or take your drink or drink it up, but don't leave it at a bar because they do put stuff in your drinks. And that gentleman, just the way he was staggering, let's take another look. Let me know that he was high on something or he was really intoxicated.
New leads are coming in to help family and friend 26-year-old Delano Burks. Burks has been missing since Sunday morning after bar hopping in the Heights with friends. His mother spoke to ABC 13's Derek Lewis about their efforts so far and what she believes happened. He joins us live with the latest tonight. Derek?
Yeah, Tom, Karen Jeffley says she is not going to stop until she finds her son. She has been out with dozens of people for days trying to find Delano Burks. Tonight, she shared a video with me that she has been watching several times, trying to piece together exactly what happened the night her son disappeared. As flyers go up of Delano Burks, his mother, Karen Jeffley, is hoping it catches the right person's attention. They've been trying to find him since Sunday morning. Friends last saw him around 12:30 after bar hopping in the Heights. This new video shows Burks crossing the street shortly after leaving McIntyre's bar near West 19th Street. Jeffley has seen a few videos of him from that night.
Scary.
So you could see he was staggering. So it's not hard for you to make the interpretation that he was either drunk or high. One of the two. Why he was running is my question. Why did he run away from his vehicle? That's my question. Why wouldn't he go back to his vehicle with his friends? So something had to ensue in that time that he didn't feel safe to go back to his vehicles. Did his friends, so-called friends, follow him and do something to him? I don't know. I'm not even sure that this young man will show up again. I pray that he will, but for some reason, I get a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach that they may find him unalive. EquiSearch say they find a lot of people that, run or take off from home because they in a stressed, situation. I just don't believe that to be the case here. I believe it's foul play here as well. And I hope that, they investigate it and get some answers. I would like to know. I'm curious to know what really happened to that young man. I don't know. But I ran across that story and I said, well, let me talk about this because I haven't heard too much about it. But then again, too, I don't watch a lot of news and it wouldn't be in our area. And let's talk about Colorado. The unthinkable thing that happened to Colorado, the people in Colorado. Hate crimes are on the rise too, you guys. Not just against the LGBTQ, I don't know. I ain't trying to be funny. I just don't know. Not just against that community, but against a lot of communities. People of color. Hate crimes are on the rise. We need to be careful when we go out. And the holidays, with the holidays being so close and upon us, be very, very careful when you go to the stores. Make sure before you enter your car, you look around. Don't take no envelopes. Don't take no money. Don't take nothing off of your car. If you don't have gloves, toss it to the side, but really don't touch it. Look underneath your car. Like when I approach my car, I look underneath it That's just something I do. I don't purposely park between vans. I mean, it is what it is my safety precautions, things I don't do. Hey, Deborah, thanks for joining me and thanks for subscribing, sweetheart. I appreciate that. I noticed that. Certain things I don't do. Me, I try to get home before it's dark, but we know it gets dark really early and people are excited to go shopping. So they out and about. But remember, crimes spike during the holiday. Crimes do spike. So be very, very careful out there. Make sure you're not on your phone, because we all stay on the phone and we pay attention to what's around us. Because too, here's another thing. It's harvest season. It's harvest season. Organ harvest season. So be very careful out there. He was caught on street cameras. There has to be more street cameras and/or businesses camera views on him. Also, did they say his car was missing? You know what? They said the friends had the car. Now, when I looked at another news report, they didn't say that the mom had the car. She didn't say anything about the car. She said she's looking for his cell phone. She says she's looking for his cell phone. So someone, or either he has possession of his cell phone. But I would think if he was in danger, now this is just me, but when you're intoxicated, you don't always think clearly. We all know that, right? Or if he was drugged, he's not thinking clearly. I would think he would have called his wife. Yeah, because the way the wife spoke, she spoke highly of him and they had a good relationship. They were close. You would think he would have called his wife and say, hey, man, these nickums about to jump me, or I don't feel safe. Come get me, something. But it didn't state any of that. And again, when they investigate, they do not release a lot of stuff to the public. But you're right, it's cameras everywhere, Regina. So hopefully a camera will catch him, his last sighting. But the mother wants the phone because, again, the phone says a lot, right? But if he had his phone, don't you think he probably would have called his wife if he thought he was in danger? I mean, he could have hit 911. But again, if you're intoxicated or drugged, you're not thinking clearly. He probably just took off running. It's just so strange that this guy came out of the bathroom, using the bathroom in that bar, and just took off running away from his car. That leads me to believe that those people in his car was trying to do something to him, or at least he thought that. No, they never said his car turned up. I'm going to go back and look, though, and I'll give you an update. That's a good question, Regina. Did the mom ever recover his car? She didn't say. Her focus was on the phone, recovering the phone. And why won't they? Why won't they tell her or look for the last ping of him using his phone? I wonder why. Because perhaps maybe they investigating and they just don't want to say too much until they get, all their ducks in a row and release what happened or apprehend people. I don't know. Those are good questions. That's a good question, though. I don't know. Yeah. Because it was his phone. I mean, it was his car they were in. And it doesn't say whether he or a friend of his was driving his vehicle. We don't know. I don't know. But if I will look for updates and I'll let you know, because I am looking for updates. And I did get this. I did. So it just says Karen Jeffley, Burke's mother, told ABC 13 she would not stop until she found him. We get that. To get a phone call today and say that somebody think they saw him downtown is great. That's just things she said. Friends last saw him around 12:30 a.m. on Sunday after going to multiple bars in the Houston Heights. So newly retrieved video shows Burke crossing the street, the same thing we saw, in distress. But why was he in distress? See, it says he left his car behind that night, and now the family is trying to find his cell phone. So maybe they do have his vehicle. Yeah, from that statement, maybe they have his vehicle and they just looking for the phone. They got, they recovered his vehicle, but his stuff wasn't in there. They might need to contact the cell phone company to get a warrant. Yeah. Hey, Desiree, thanks for joining me. Thank you. Yeah, they may need to get a cell phone. But his wife, think about this. I'm glad you said that. If the wife and him share the same phone company, perhaps, I don't know, the wife could search his phone records, right? Isn't every text and every call made available to us if we log in and it's our phone and we can search and see text and phone calls and stuff? Isn't that true? I've never done it, but I heard I can. I heard I could log on to T-Mobile and it'll show every text, it'll have that documentation of every text, every phone call that I made or incoming call. Is that true? Because maybe they could do that. If she have access to his code or whatever, if they share the same phone company, maybe the wife can look at that and see. I don't know, you guys. Hopefully we'll have some answers about that. I'll stay on top of it because I like to know what happened to this young man again. You guys may not believe it, but is organ harvesting season as well. So when some of these people come up missing and we never hear any more about them, perhaps they're not here anymore and someone may have had their organs. And they said Houston is big for organ trafficking and sex trafficking. Now, I don't know. That's just hearsay, allegedly. Okay, exactly. If the wife share the same plan, she can gain access to the cell phone records. I thought so too, Regina. And she can see exactly, if it was some conversation going on, some back and forth, or did he say where he was going, and we don't know. A lot of times people appear to be happy. Couples appear to be happy. We see it all the time. And that's just a front. They're not that happy. But like I said, I did see a news clipping of her. She seemed, very much in love with her husband and that they were doing well. And there was no distress in their family, so in their marriage. So I don't know, but we never know. I hope we don't hear anything different. When they start digging deeper and investigating, some things may come out, but the wife seems very distraught when I saw her that her husband is missing. And like I said, she spoke highly of him, but we see that a lot too. And then turn out that don't be the case at all. It will show his last location. Yeah, so maybe the wife could do that. I am not familiar with this case, but has the wife given a statement to the press like his mother? Yes, the wife did. The wife spoke. I think the mother and the wife could have been together, and then they spoke to the mother, and then they panned over to the wife. And I'll look for that clip, or you could look for it. But yeah, the wife did. She was, like I said, she was very distraught, but she spoke highly of her husband, saying, he was a worker. He go to work every day. He was a provider. He was a good man, a loving husband. And she just want to know where her husband is at and what's going on with him. Yeah, I did see a video clip of her talking. And they were high school sweethearts. And they got married. And I think they have like 2 children. She says, just not like him. They saying it's just not like him to disappear. He's a nice looking brother. But why is the mother speaking out more than the wife? Well, both of them were speaking out, you guys. I just took the clip from the ABC news that I had. But there was a clip where the wife was speaking out. She was. So I must say that. I can't take that away from her. But this clip was just the one that I showed with the mother. But I have another clip here. Hold on. Let me see if this is the clip that we could see. Give me a minute, and I'm going to try to look for this clip right quick where the wife is talking. I think this is the one, you guys. Bear with me. I think this is the one where you see his wife talking. But she was, she was so distraught, she barely could talk, Let me see. I think this is the clip. So give me a minute and let's look at this clip right quick. Because this is another one. This is not the same as processing, so I can upload it. I would hope, I pray the wife didn't have anything to do with this and it's deeper than what, they saying he's just missing. Okay, let's see this one.
First tonight, a family is desperate to find their loved one who hasn't been seen since early Sunday morning.
Delano Burks was hanging out with friends in the Heights when they say he simply disappeared without a trace. Mz.Teavalocity sat down with his wife and mother tonight. Zach, what are they telling you?
That man's family says they've been searching this Heights neighborhood for days after a night out with friends. Now they're asking for the community's help in putting the pieces together. In this busy Heights neighborhood,
We don't know what happened. It's like a mystery. He just disappeared.
the family of 26-year-old Delano Burks continues searching nearly 5 days after they say he went missing early Sunday morning.
It's been hard because you're trying to keep going and think positive. But then reality starts to set in.
His wife Autumn and mother Karen Jeffley say they knew something was wrong that day when they hadn't heard from Burks.
He just didn't call, so that's not like him at all.
According to his family, Delano had gone out Saturday night with friends. One of those friends, they say, was driving Delano's car when they pulled over in a restaurant parking lot near Beavis and West 19th and 20th Streets in the Heights. That's when they say Delano went next door to McIntyre's to use the bathroom. They say this video they obtained shows Delano exiting McIntyre's after he was asked to leave, then appearing to run and stumble in videos they shared with us from more nearby businesses.
I was wondering if somebody was chasing him.
And according to the family, those friends Delano was with left without him.
His friends had his car, so it wouldn't have been like him to, when his friends called, they said he had already been gone for a whole day and he didn't call them to retrieve his car.
Delano's phone, they say, ran out of battery, and he also didn't have an ID. And now they're turning to the community for any help they can provide.
This is completely just like not normal.
We reached out to investigators, and HPD tells us this is still an active investigation. If you know anything, you're asked to call the Missing Persons Unit at 832-394-1840.
Wow. This sound a little familiar, like Shanquella. They called the day after. They called the family about the car. A day after he had been missing. I got questions now for real. Why would they call a day after when he didn't call to retrieve his car? I smell a rat. I smell a rat, you guys. Now, I'm glad I played that clip. Thanks for asking me, did I have another one? Well, prompting me to think, I got a better clip because that's the wife talking now. That's strange. They had that man's car for a whole day. So you didn't think about him. So that lets me know you didn't pursue him. You went home with his car, and a day later, you called and told him that he didn't come pick his car up. Nothing was, now that's strange. That's it, you guys. These damn enemies, these frenemies, that's strange. I'm glad I played that clip because, they need to arrest all the friends. Now, like I said, I haven't heard an update on this, but perhaps they will get the friends and start interrogating them and see exactly what happened. But it sounds like that now, it seems to me that dude was running from his friends. And what we don't see is whether or not the car was driving behind him, pursuing him. See, that's what we don't see. But they should have that on cameras. Did it look like to you guys that he ran through that gate by a dumpster. I don't know. Was that a dumpster? It looked like that was a trash dumpster that he ran when he ran through the gate at the last, time. That was a dumpster. I think he was running from the friends, y'all. I do. Now I think he was running from the friends, and he went to use the bathroom, and he ran. Or perhaps he never did really go in there to use the bathroom. We don't know if he just jumped out his car and started running. But they said somebody told them he went in there to use the bathroom. I don't know. He went next door to another business to use the restroom. That's what I'm saying. Now I'm not believing that. I'm believing that dude never went to use no damn bathroom. He took off running from those friends. That's what I'm believing. Because why didn't he use the bathroom in the facility he was in? See, now that seems suspect. And who's telling these people this? Who told the news that? Did the friends tell the news? Did they talk to the friends? Who told them that he went in that establishment to use the bathroom? Unless they saw him come in there and use the bathroom, But they have cameras as well. But they also should have cameras. If his car was parked in front of that establishment, they should have cameras with him getting out that car. I don't know. I don't know, Regina. Good question. Good question. Why would he go in another facility to use the restroom? But see, now, if they had his phone, remember the mother's looking for the phone. If they took his phone or he just jumped out of the car and started running, then that would answer our question that those boys was after him. His so-called friends was after him. But what took place? How long did he know these friends? How often was he around these friends? How often did he go bar hopping with these friends? Is a lot of questions. I told you I had questions because something don't seem right with this. And he's 26 years old. 26. So I don't know. Somebody asked me how long had he been married for. I don't know, love. It didn't say. It just said they was high school sweethearts. Wonders, do the wife knows the friend? Yeah, I'm sure. I hope and pray that HPD is interrogating the friends, investigating the friends. And you right, the wife. Did the wife know what friends he went out with? And walked next door, allegedly highly intoxicated. He was highly intoxicated. He was stumbling. But I'm like his mother. It appeared to me that someone was after him and that he was running from probably his so-called friends. That's what it looks like. So will he turn up alive? Now I doubt it. Perhaps the friends did something to him. I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, it's so many stories that I can cover. Shit like this and missing and exploited women of color is just so many, but it makes you sad. If you did this every day, I'm sure for me, if I did this every day, I would be sad. The energy is just so dark, because it's hard to believe that people would do this. That people are just this evil that they unalive people and there's nothing to them. They go on living their daily lives. They just go on. Like those kids just came back. And now the only reason why they're not living normal lives is probably because their conscience is eating at them, right? And because people are after them. And there's so much publicity going on about them. They're probably not living normal lives and probably will never live normal lives. And I'll tell you this. I heard a lady on TikTok. She was a Mexican lady, and she said that if the federales get involved and deem this is a homicide case about Shanquella, that they not going to want to live if they get sent back to back to Mexico and go to jail. And so, of course, I looked up Mexican. I was just looking at all up, and they say the conditions are horrible, worse than the United States prison system conditions. So, I don't know if they sent them back there, but if so, then the punishment's going to fit the crime, it seems like, if they send them back to Mexico. Another thing, too, I was going to say, when I said if they send them back to Mexico, one of the guys, and I think is the Nazir guy, they said is contemplating leaving us by his own hands. You know what I mean? Some things I try not to say on here because YouTube flag it. So I try not to say it. They won't monetize it. Not that I'm getting big monetization, but I just want to keep it clean and in the YouTube guidelines. But they say he's thinking about unaliving himself because of the pressure. And that's the one who made that video that you could tell he was lying through his teeth. The Nasir guy, or whoever. But I don't know. So, you guys, iced coffee. Tastes good. I've been on here a while now, almost an hour. I love my intimate settings. I appreciate you all when you come down and engage. Yeah, the guilt is eating him up. I appreciate you so much when you stop by and visit with me. I know there's a lot going on in this area, and sometimes, a lot of times drama takes the attention off of, positive stuff. But again, I appreciate y'all stopping down here. Yeah, it's eating them up, and the guilt will eat them all up. It eventually will eat them all up. But yeah, they say he's thinking about, getting on out of here. He can't handle the pressure. I guess he didn't think about that when they plotted to unalive her, that he would have to live with that guilt. And so that's what they say. Like I said, you hear so much stuff. We don't know what is true, what is false. I think people just spin narratives to keep their shows going. I heard over at Fox Soul, what's that chick? I don't even know. She made some, not so favorable comments about Shanquella. So she's under heat. I don't know. I didn't go over there to see it. Like, I didn't really tap into the T.S. Madison thing. I really didn't care because I didn't want to take my focus off of what matters, getting justice for Shanquella. So some stuff I don't even involve myself in, Yeah, only because they got exposed for who they really are. Yeah. That dude, man, both of those dudes need to be, sometimes, oh God, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to say bad things like that. But sometimes street justice need to be taken. With those boys, yeah, that's some bogus shit. 2 or 3 men sit by and watch, this girl get beat up on like that, and no one intervenes to help her. Men, yeah, I don't know about that. Claudia from Fox Soul. Claudia, oh God, Claudia Jordan. Isn't she washed up? Didn't she run her course? Oh, she's over there at Fox Soul. Anyone can have a show, though. Think about it. Anyone can have a YouTube show. And speaking of that, I noticed that more and more content creators who normally speaks out and get on panels and stuff, they have their own platforms now. They created their own YouTube channel. So good for them. Good for them. So look what's happening here. Somebody decided to put this mess in here. I don't know where my good girlfriend at, but I'll block them myself. A lot of times we don't even have that junk over here because I'm so small. I don't have a lot of that junk, but every now and then you'll get that spam in here. Do anyone have any more questions? Did you know about the Delano Burks story? Did you know about Delano Burks story? I just stumbled across it and I was like, damn, I'm gonna talk about that. Now I tell you, this takeoff thing is getting really, really deep. I've been running all over watching about this takeoff, and this it's getting deep. Yeah, I thought she was washed up, wasn't she? Well, listen, I don't know. Last time I heard about a Claudia Jordan, let me tell y'all, the last time I really thought about Claudia Jordan or heard about Claudia Jordan, I don't know if you guys used to watch Deal or No Deal. That goes to show you she's not relevant to me. But Deal or No Deal, she was one of the girls that held the case. I mean, has she done anything different after that other than Fox? So I mean, really, I don't get it. I don't give a. So here's the update on Takeoff. Now, since you asked me, again, we don't have concrete proof on who really unalived that guy. It was so much going on. We have so many video clips of different let me see. Is a lot of video clips going around showing different possibility of who could have possibly really shot him. I don't know. Again, I go over to Ratchet TV. I think for me, that brother digs deep. Do I always like the way he handles some of his panelists? No, I don't. Do I sense sometimes he's a little bit egotistical? And, you know, again, he gets a large crowd over there, but he dug so deep. It's just strange sometimes that people, content creators, they spin narratives that they know that's not true, but they feeding it to the public. With him, I believe when he do his research, he believes it in his heart. That's what's going on. So according to what I've seen with him and other people I have visited, you know, about this Takeoff story, Takeoff was set up. They believe he was set up by a certain gang of people in Houston who are really, really big in Houston and who's big in crime in Houston, allegedly. I don't want to say their name. I don't really know about them. I haven't done my own research to speak too much about them, but what I do know, it do seem like he was set up. It does appear to me that Quavo knew that they were going to take off out of here that night from just some of the video clips. You know, what Ratchet TV, and you guys can go over there. I have shouted out his channel before because I do watch him, and I do believe that brother do his due diligent job to bring us what he called facts, you know. And he got some really, really good stuff over there on this Takeoff case. If you guys want to go over there, he digs deep. Now, according to him, you know, and no one can ever say they solved the case. If we don't have suspects in custody, you didn't solve a case. I do want to say that. But according to him, he solved the case. He has a lot of people on his platform. He has this gentleman, and they were really digging deep into these video clips and seemed to believe that they solved who really unalived Takeoff. It appears to me that Quavo knew. Could this be a sacrifice? I don't know what y'all believe in. I'm telling you what I believe in. I do believe in sacrifice. I do believe in sacrifices. It's in the Bible, so it's nothing new. It's just being exposed. And because of social media now, we see more of it. Hey, Sephora, the Real Housewives, they go on vacation, then they try to beat each other. Yeah, I don't watch that foolishness, Sephora, because I don't like always portraying Black women to be so hostile, so dramatic, you know, so against each other, anti each other's success and stuff. I don't watch a lot of that stuff. I want to uplift us. I want to see shows that uplift us, put us in the light where we shine and not for drama. You know, so I don't watch that. But anywho, so he seemed to think that he knows who was the shooter of Takeoff. I don't get too deep in that. I just wish the brother well. I pray for his safety because, you know, it's big. It's real deep. It ties in the political arena. You got HPD chief and mayors and all that. So I don't know. It looked like it digs deep, and this family is in deep. Now, do you believe in sacrifices? That's the question I ask. I do. I really do. And I really believe, because I've heard so many celebrities and now all these rap artists talk about sacrificing, talking about, blood sacrifices. And like I said, we heard Kanye West speak about they sacrificed my mom. I don't think they just talking to be talking. I think they are exposing the industry. So yeah, I believe that he perhaps may have been sacrificed. Now, I didn't dig in deep to watch his messy video, but say that the messy video shows it all. Ratchet showed some crazy shit over there yesterday that made me go, wow, this is deep. Where they had the picture of 6 men standing in front of this, I don't know what you would call it, but it's like a semicircle type thing. And they had takeoff picture, of him, a collage of him. But then he also showed where they had this same type of setting and picture for a sacrifice. And it tied in so well that it made me go, damn, that's deep. So when this brother digs, he dig deep. Now, is he 100% accurate? I don't believe. I just don't believe he's 100% accurate because we wasn't there. So you can't be 100%. If you sat there and they say, yeah, this is what we gonna do, and this is how we gonna set it up. So y'all, let's get busy, y'all with it. Then you can say, shit, I heard it. I was there when they planned it. And because we weren't, I don't know, but he's pretty good. He's pretty good. And he has a lot of stuff over there that make you go, And I do believe, and this is just me, that Quavo knew that they were going to unalive Takeoff. That's just me. All the stuff is alleged. I don't know these people. I haven't talked to these people. I'm only going on things that I've seen and my perspective of them. Okay? That's all. Yep, they go on vacation and try to beat each other up. And why do they show that so much? Why do you think they show us so much of us beating each other up and doing, violence to each other? Because they want to make sure we keep that fresh on our mind. They want to implant that in our mind so we can act. It's a mental thing. It's a mind manipulation type thing. They want to make sure we continue to hear this in the music, see this on television. It stays fresh in our mind. And then a lot of time, the energy, everything is a source of energy. The energy you take in, you become that energy. You act on that energy. Everything is energy. So we act on that. Be very careful what are we letting into our spirits, because then we will become, or we become numb to stuff like that. Violence and stuff. We like, oh, well, that's just another nickel on the street. Oh, that no big deal. They do that all the time around my hood. It didn't mean nothing to me. It didn't mean nothing to you because it wasn't your loved one or it wasn't you. But eventually, if you get what I'm saying, eventually it will be you if we continue to ignore the violence, promote the violence. It will become you. You wouldn't be able to stop it from becoming you. It's so important what we take into our spirits. Be very careful. I don't watch reality TV. No, I don't. I think I watched the Atlanta Housewives maybe 10 years ago when they came out. I don't know. Married to Medicine. I was like, damn, yeah, they got a new show with these sisters, they doctors. I'm gonna make sure I support them. They turn out being ratchet. I'm like, God damn, everything we do, we have to highlight our ratchetness in it. That's purposely done, you guys. Stay woke is purposely done. A lot of reality TV is not based entirely on their real reality, more loosely based. I agree. But for me, For me, I don't want you to portray me as a ghetto woman. You can't pay to portray me as something I'm not. And maybe that's because I like money like everybody else now. Money makes the world go round. But maybe because my moral, my values, my integrity is more than the dollar bill, that you can't pay me to act like that, because that's not who I am. So you are creating my reality. So when people see me in the street, here's a perfect example. I told you I watched the Atlanta Housewives, right? I didn't like Nene. I couldn't stand Nene. If I see that B on the street, I would slap the S out of her. I wish she would run up on me. All that crazy shit. I used to say that, because we become a part of it. We become a part of their reality. It becomes our reality. Now, if I saw Nene, would I run up to her and slap her? Maybe not. Maybe not. But I'm sure if she said something to me out of line, I would have been real nasty with it. I would have been, because I already don't like her. That's probably not who she really is. But because that's how I see her being portrayed, that's who I believe she is. That's why I said sometimes that could become your reality. You get so angry when you see things on television, and it don't even have to be that real person. It's just their characters, just their persona, but you take it as it's them. I know I'm not the only one. So, in my opinion, you have to be careful who you believe and listen to on YouTube. Some improvise and cater towards sensationalism. Exactly. You do. And that's why I say I take some of this stuff, with a grain of salt. I do watch Ratchet, and in reference to the takeoff, because that's what they asked me, I do believe some stuff that he's saying, and I see a lot of similarity in it, as if it was a sacrifice. That's just me, you guys. I really do see that, So I don't know. It's for ratings, programming, and dumbing down. Exactly. Let's go to programming. See, everything is to program our minds. I'm glad you said that. So they programming us to believe and to become desensitized to violence. It's all a matter of programming us. And when we watch so much of it, because if you sit here and tell me that you don't think is a problem with somebody calling talking about a child, or calling another woman a black bee, and all these derogatory things, and calling people jobs and doing shit like that. If you tell me you think that's entertainment, something is wrong with us. That we would even view someone losing their job as entertainment. That's taking money out of someone's pocket. That's lessening something for them to live on. Where's that entertainment? We have become so desensitized to this bullshit because, again, like I said, we taking in all this. We taking in all this. We calling it entertainment. Ooh, yeah, she drugged her. Ooh, she snatched her wig. Ooh, that bitch just... We're becoming a part of that. We're promoting it. We are the number one promoters of violence in our community. We are. Even if we say we aren't, we are. Because we choose to call that entertainment. I'm just saying, I always keep it real. I'm not perfect. I watch it too. But I make sure how much of that shit I watch. Because I know, like I said, for me, the games that they play on YouTube, and I'm just saying in this sector, I can't play those games. So I don't get involved. I don't play those games because I know me, and I can only control me. I can't control you. I can control me. And that's why I don't play some of these games. I don't view it as entertainment, and I just log off and go somewhere else where I'm going to get fed some positivity. That's me. I'm not telling no one what to do. I'm not saying everybody is weak as I am. You might say that's weak, Miss T. You should be able to. Nah. Let me tell you something. Everything is energy and everything is mind programming. Hey, Ask April, how are you? Just listening while I get ready, but the B sector could be a perfect example of how the more we are exposed to a certain behavior, we become that. I'm telling you, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care how strong we are. We become that when we watch so much of it. And then when we start participating, in it, we become, that's our reality. This is these people reality. My job is my reality. My son is my reality. My daughter is my reality. My grandbabies, that's my reality. My business is my reality. When you start affecting that, that's my reality. Am I right or wrong? That's my reality. So when they say that this just entertainment is an app, is not reality, that's my reality. So I don't play those games. And when people don't think something is wrong with doxing, and they just doxing people, that shit's crazy. That's that person's life. That's her reality. You know what I mean? That's his reality. Even though when you get doxed, 9 times out of 10, I see the people back up here. So what did the doxing do? Did it really humiliate them so much that they didn't jump back on panels or they didn't come back to YouTube? Absolutely not. So it really didn't mean nothing. It was just a waste. But who wants somebody to infringe upon their privacy like that? But if you play those games, then tag, you're it. One day it'll be tag, you're it. And I just don't choose to play them. I just, it's just me. Okay? I'm not telling people where to go, what to do, but I just don't want you to be fooled. We are a part of that bull crap. We are promoting that. We're promoting tearing down Black women. We are, whether we know it or not. You can't run from it. Don't hide from it. Don't sugarcoat the shit. It is what it is. We are promoting some of the stuff that happens. See, when you go out and buy Little Uzi, Drake, and all Amigos and all those people music, and they talking about Molly Perks, sitting and spinning on my D, and I hit her from the back, and I shot. We're promoting that because we brought that music. If we didn't buy that music, they wouldn't get money from it. They wouldn't monetize. Traumatize to monetize. That's exactly what Ye said, and that's a fact. Traumatize to monetize. We promote that. They can't sell music like that if we didn't listen to it. And so we are responsible for our community. Yes, we are responsible for ourselves, but reality is we are responsible for a lot of this stuff because we promote it. Even though I don't jump in there and say, yeah, girl, get her, pull her hair, snatch her, beat that beat, do that. Me watching it, me recording it, me putting it on live, I promoted it. No sugarcoating, no way around it. Okay? Especially when they reach out to the people in your real lives. That's why I say I don't play those games, and so I stay away from that. That's a fact. And I don't know why they get so entangled in doxing people and calling people families and doing all that. Why would you just hurt someone like that? It's just entertainment. We're just supposed to be having fun. We're just here for the gag and the roasting and stuff. But why is it getting so that is becoming so easily done and so easily accepted over here? Let me tell you something. I wish I had 1,000 people in my chat. Yeah. Most content creators would wish that. But I'd rather have 15 or 16 in here staying in my lane than going in anyone else's lane that will bring harm to me or to my family. I just don't get down like that. That's all, But hey, you do you. You guys, I have been here. I don't know how I get to this, but because Ask April said that's a good example of it. April, I'm a little confused though. Now, you could come at me however you want to. I'm a big girl. I could take April because I see you up in that mess too. I'm just saying, April. Now, Miss April, I'm just saying, I see you in that mess too. Well, I haven't seen in a long time because I haven't been over here, baby. And I'm not calling you on the carpet. I'm just saying, where do you draw the line, April? You could put in the chat. Where do you draw the line? Because I've seen you over there. And according to you, and according to what I hear, they've been doxxed. They doxed you, doxed your family, doxed your job. But I've seen you on panels too, thinking that was okay. So did you just change your mind? And I'm not, sister. Don't get it wrong. I'm not questioning you on the carpet because, like I said, I watched some of the stuff too. But are you feeling a different way now that perhaps maybe they got too close to your reality? I'm just asking because I want to know. Where do people draw a line and say, okay, enough of this shit. I'm out of here. I'm not going to do this anymore. So I'm just asking you, April. So when you get a minute, you can answer me. Exactly, Ms. C, on your perspective on these YouTube streets, if a person continuously participates in angry, negative behavior, eventually that person forms a habit and become the behavior. Yeah, I'm telling you, I know how I feel, and I know I can't be the only one feel like that. That watching some of this stuff, I get so angry that I say, oh, if I had something, I'll just blow, or I just knock, or I just want to jump. And then I pull myself back and say, you know what? Just cut yourself off. For me, I stopped watching. I've been so much happy. Yeah. You guys, let me tell you something. Everything surround us is about energy. It's all about energy. Our bodies, I'm trying to get the word, correlates with energy. Sorry. Our body correlates with energy. Okay, so April asked me. Now listen, sis, this don't have to be a back and forth. I respect you. I appreciate you for dropping down. I just want to know what drew the line for you? Well, actually, I haven't been involved in anything for months for the better part of this year. I've rarely been on YouTube, but yes, I was involved in a lot because people didn't like my perspective. Oh, okay. I just want to know, baby, this wasn't nothing to call you on the carpet, but I noticed I used to see you up there a lot on panels and I haven't seen you. But again, I took like maybe a 4 months break from YouTube. And so I haven't really been watching in that sector. I've been everywhere else. When I did come back, I was everywhere else, but every now and then I peeped in on what was going on. So, okay, sis, I got you. I hope you're much happier. I hope you're much happier, doing you. But yes, that's why I can say how the more you expose to it, the more, okay. No one can say I have doxed or violated people's family in real life. Yeah, I got you, baby girl. No problem. Yeah, I just don't get down like that. So isn't it better that you just stay in your lane and do your own thing than to try to get involved with a group? Because like I said, a lot of times as I watch this, the more and more I watch, it's really a gang. It's really a gang. You either join the gang or you don't. And if you don't join the gang, that's fine too. I've always been a leader and not a follower. And if I was following someone or something, it was to make me a better person, not to make me worse than what I am or in the position that I am. And, so that's for me. But I appreciate you answering that, April. I do. And I hope all is well with you. Okay. I'm going to get ready to get off here. Sephora, I haven't seen you around. I appreciate you dropping in. Regina, is always a pleasure. I appreciate your engagement. April, I appreciate y'all engagement. That's important. Now, listen, be very safe out there, y'all. Be vigilant. Be very vigilant because the holidays are approaching us. It's harvest season, and I mean a lot of harvesting. So we'll see a lot happens. Well, Miss T, actually, I haven't went too far over the line at all. I've been on the same panels and the same channels that you watch and have interacted with. So honestly, we've had equal involvement. Okay, that you watch and have interacted with. So honestly, we've had. No, I don't think we have. But I'm not here to go back and forth. I don't get on panels. If that's what, let me read it. Let me read it again so I won't misconstrue what you're saying. Well, Miss T, actually, I haven't went too far over the line at all. I've been on the same panels and the same channels that you watch and have interacted with. So honestly, we have. Okay, I'll let it go. It's you know what? One thing about me, I know how to agree to disagree. I know how to agree to disagree. Okay, and that's where you draw the line, keeping it strictly on YouTube and speaking on what I see on YouTube. But I've never thought doxing is okay. Yeah, me either. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You know, I've never seen anything like this behavior until I came on YouTube. But then again, like I said, I don't cross the line. I don't care what other people doing. I know what I do. You know, I know where my moral, my values, and integrity lie, and I know who I am. So thank you, April. You know, I don't mind you asking if you rather ask me directly. Thank you, and I do just that. I do just that. Hey, Queen, do you guys? We about to wrap it up. Do you have any questions? Please, make sure we stay focused on finding justice for Shanquella. Don't digest everything someone is saying about this entire situation. Let's let the law handle it and see how it plays out with the law, right? In the takeoff situation, many prayers to his family. Like I say, yes, I do believe in sacrifices, and they perhaps may have sacrificed him. And it's a very sad thing, but he's not the he's not the first, he's not the last. I've been watching in other areas, and I do believe perhaps something else is going to pop off, you know, in this music industry. I don't know what it is, but I believe something else is going to pop off, and we're going to lose another young rapper because I see some stuff happening, and it looks like the way they resolve their issues is to get rid of you. You know, they don't talk it out. It's not like they used to. You remember they used to battle it out. One say something, somebody come back with something else. Now I think they are doing it a different way. Thank you. Thank you, beautiful. Appreciate you, Regina, always. You guys, listen, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I've been on here an hour and something, and I have thoroughly enjoyed myself. And it's okay. It's okay for you to be you. Everyone is not going to like you. Everyone is not going to accept you. Everyone is not going to reject you. What's for you is for you. And who you are solidifies who you are. I know just how I said it. Who you are, who you believe you are, let me say it like that, solidifies who you are. You don't have to follow anyone. You don't have to become part of anything. Just do you, be you, and be passionate about what you do and who you are. I love me. I love coming down here talking about what I want to talk about the way I talk about, with no control, no harnesses. I don't worry about anything. I just come down here and be me. I do. And so, and no, I don't have thousands of views because this is just my beginning. This is not my end. This is just my beginning. And what God has for me is for me. You can't stop that. You can't stop that by dog whistles. You can't stop that by talking about me. You can't stop that by not sharing. You can't stop that by not engaging. You can't stop. You can't stop what God has for me. And I'm so strong and so solid on who I am and what I'm here to do. It doesn't matter what you think about me. That's what you think about me. That's not what I think about me. Let me read this before I get out. What pissed me off, they always talked about how black women don't get the coverage like white women. So now that they have made it about transgender women. That I heard that, and you know what? I told Diva and I had a conversation, and she said, "Well, Tiva, that was a man." I said, "No, Diva." I said, "No." I said, "Baby, they photoshopped that. They photoshopped that picture. Everybody can't pick up on stuff, and I'm not saying this about my sister. I'm just because it was her and somebody else talking to me on the phone at the same time. Everybody didn't pick up on that, but I picked up on it that was a Photoshop, and so that's what happens. People throw shit into the game, and we play with it. Simple. They threw that in there to make it about something else, and that's exactly what took place. We are so gullible. You could simply look at that and see that that picture was photoshopped, but some people couldn't see it. I knew right away because to me it looked like Kobe Bryant. I don't know about y'all, but I was like, damn, this look like Kobe Bryant a little bit. So I didn't think about it, but that became a talking point. See, that's what I'm talking about, distractions. I stay away from them. I'm going to stay on course here. Like I said, I love me. I love what I come down here to talk about. My main goal is to uplift, motivate, inspire, educate, inform, turn dust into diamonds. See, because a lot of us are dust. But remember, from dust, we get diamonds. We just need to know how to create that diamond that we are. Stop letting people tell you who you are and what you are. Somebody wrote me a letter the other day. Damn it. I know. See how I said I'm gonna get out here. Let me just read what they wrote to me, you guys. And I promised that I would answer it. So give me a minute. Just give me a minute, y'all. Hang in there. Let's see. I gotta find it. And this touched my heart. I can't tell people how to find their purpose. I can only give you tips. But somebody had wrote me, and again, let's see. Okay, just a little something to remind me. Okay, hold on. Nope, that's not this. This is a good afternoon, my beautiful sister. Just wanted you to know, I believe the Spirit led me to watch a message you spoke on finding my purpose through my pain, trials, and tribulation. I believe you said work triumph. It hit me hard. I need help with finding my purpose through my pain. I'll talk about that tomorrow. How you find your purpose through your pain. How do you rise above where you at? If you're not comfortable or happy where you at right now, there's ways you could start rising above it. And remember, I told you, affirmations is one. You are speaking those words into your spirit, and then you become what you speak into your spirit. Remember, I said it's energy. Whatever we talk about, whatever we focus on, we become that. So it is ways that you could deal with that. Now, I'm not a specialist in this when it comes to helping people. Some people need counseling. I always say seek medical attention if you think you need help. But I can say this, I'm very good at what I do. I've been doing it for years, and it seems to help a lot of people. But am I licensed psychologist, or psychiatrist? Absolutely not. I'm in the counseling business. Okay. I did too, but people ran with it. Then got too involved. Yeah. Because they wanted to take the focus off this girl. Thank you, Lisa. Almost forgot. Please keep us updated on the intoxicated. I will. I'm going to search about them now, and I will stay on top of that because I want to know what happened to that brother as well. Good commentary. Have a wonderful day. Please make sure you guys hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I know I look a mess. I just came to y'all raw. It wasn't no makeup. It wasn't no hair done. It wasn't no nothing. I just came to you as regular old Mz.Teavalocity. Y'all, let's get ready to get out of here. Let me get ready to say my closing. If you have anything that you would like for me to talk about, if you see anything that's a good topic for us to talk about, look at me. What is going on? Y'all make sure y'all email me. Girl, what is going on with this hair? I'll do better tomorrow. Charge it to my head and not my heart. Tomorrow I will do better. Let's see. I'm looking for my theme song so I could get out of here. Let's get ready to get out of here. I will. Thank you so much, Sephora, because I haven't seen you. If you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are our joint heirs, our future. They're looking to inherit something other than mess, stress, and brokenness. So make sure we all are still trying to create generational wealth. As always, be a blessing, not a bother. It doesn't take much to bless someone. A simple, hello, how are you? You look beautiful. You have a radiant smile. I love that dress you have on. Hey, let me grab that cup of coffee for you. I'll open that door. I'll grab those groceries. It doesn't take much. We don't know what someone is going through. A kind word never cost us a cent. Make sure we do that. And until we meet again, be safe, be vigilant, and stay focused. Peace. I'm out of here.